it's Maddie and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted in a really long time. I've made videos to post and then haven't posted them. I edit them and then go back later and say, this is stupid, so I'm not gonna post it. I've made like 3 and haven't done anything with them, so I'm sorry about that. But today I am making a video. And you can tell what it's about by the title of the video. So I'm going to be talking about the article, the 5 Sauce article in the Rolling Stones magazine. I know that there's a ton of controversy of it, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to give you my opinion. This is my opinion again. I am very, very strongly opinionated, and very much believe in this opinion, but again, it is an opinion, and I'm just going to talk about it. If you're a 5 Sauce fan or follow any 5 Sauce accounts on Twitter, you probably know what's going on. So I was up till like 2 in the morning last night angrily tweeting. I don't really get on Twitter a lot, honestly. I usually only go on when I have something witty to tweet or when stuff like this happens. So I'm not a huge Twitter person, but last night I tweeted I probably have like 30 tweets that I tweeted about this. My friend, I was talking to Camille last night and she was like, I can hear you like angrily tweeting things, like typing. So if you don't know what's going on, here's what happened. There was a article written in the Rolling Stones magazine about 5 Sauce, and there was a lot of things said that should not have been said. Some of the stuff I'm not going to go over because I don't really feel comfortable talking about it on the internet, but it was really inappropriate. Some things that Callum said, but the one thing that I really want to go over is what Luke said, which is really what a lot of people are were freaking out about. I'm trying to find the tweet that has it, and I'll read it to you guys. Okay, so this is just a little bit of it, but it basically gives you the gist of what's going on. So it is quoted in here: when you put 4 dudes on a tour bus playing theaters, then arenas, you're going to have a lot of sex with a lot of girls, I guess, says Hemmings. We had a good time. Multiple girls in one night? I feel like I shouldn't say, he says with a smirk. You could say the possibility of that is high. Multiple girls at the same time? The possibility is high, he says again, and then cracks a devilish grin. The possibilities are endless. So, people are freaking out over this, and personally, I think it's absolutely disgusting. Like, it makes me really mad. Kind of breaks my heart too. Really surprised me because, you know, I feel like Luke would be the last person to say something like this. We know they party, we know they drink a lot. Those aren't surprising things. But the fact that they talk about here having sex with fans, and that's just not something you talk about in a article. That's not something your fans want to hear about. We don't want to hear about your sex life. We don't want to hear about your girlfriends. We want to hear about Michael's mental health, which was another really big part of this. That was really a really great part of this article, talking about Michael's mental health, and that is stuff we want to hear about. My personal opinion is I feel like this is a bunch of publicity because they are with Modest. I feel like since Modest doesn't have One Direction, they're trying to gain publicity with 5 Sauce, since One Direction's on a break. Yes, this may be blown out of proportion, which is what I've heard a lot of. They have a lot of journalists have a lot of ways to twist and manipulate words, but that means that some of this stuff was actually said and the base of it is there, which is still not acceptable. And management looks at this before it's like, they're not going to publish something that's not, management is going to look at it and approve it. And since this went through them, it was able to be published, and they the publicist let it go through, and I feel like last night the publicists were sitting there and they're like, okay, well, boys, we're just gonna don't tweet about it, we're gonna let this blow over. And I don't want this to blow over, because to me this is a really big deal. I feel like they talked about how obsessive females their fans were, and how they don't want to be known as a boy band anymore and they want more male fans. And I feel like this was their manly way of getting more male fans. Objectifying women makes you more of a man, which isn't true at all. It actually makes you less of one. So, and if you think that that is going to get you more male fans and that's going to sell more albums, you're completely wrong. Luke lost thousands and thousands of followers last night. He was losing thousands of followers every minute. Because of this, and I feel like if people stop talking about it and stop tweeting about it, it's gonna blow over, and the boys are gonna think, okay, well, that's not that big of a deal if people are forgetting about it, which that's not true. It is a big deal, and it's disgusting how they talked about girls in this interview. And there are young girls that look up to these guys, and I look up to these guys, and I don't want to be part of something that is objectifying women. I don't want to give my money and time to these people if they're gonna treat girls like that. And especially fans, that's how they got their start. That's terrible. Like, I know that groupies are a thing or whatever, but I just think that's something you don't talk about. And I read an article that a journalist wrote, and she was talking about how unacceptable it was to put this in there. It was just not a well-written article. I read an article that a journalist from the Rolling Stones wrote, and even talked about it, how it should have not been published. I also read something talking about how fan fiction may have had to do with it, because the whole like devilish grin thing is on Wattpad a lot. So I'm not sure what the truth is, and I really wish the boys would come out and say something. Michael's the only thing that said something about it. Luke said something and deleted his tweet, but they were talking about the fans. How the fans are all that matters. Like, they don't understand, why does this matter? Like, let's focus on the fans. And that really pissed me off. Like, the fans that are too obsessive females, those fans, because that just doesn't really add up, what you said and in the article and what you're saying now. I feel like you're just trying to make excuses. And I feel like a lot of us, actually a ton of us, I've talked to so many people on Twitter, and a lot of us want like a public apology. Like, and if we keep standing up for ourselves, which is what we should be doing as girls, like, not even as fans anymore, just as girls, we should be, standing up for ourselves, because it's not okay the way they talked about girls in this article. And if we keep talking about it, then we're going to get some sort of public apology. And that's what I really want, and I feel like that's what a lot of people want, is just for them to apologize or say something about it, tell us if it's true or not, because they're not saying anything, and that kind of makes it worse, honestly. But I tweeted a lot last night, and I'm going to read you just one of the things I said that basically summed up my opinion about this article, how I felt about it. But it is really disgusting, honestly, and it's just absolutely terrible how they talked about girls and how they took advantage of girls, of their fans who really love and care about them. I don't get it. I don't know. But they talked about them drinking and partying for like 3 paragraphs. That's how they set the scene. And, I think it was a terrible thing to publish. In all honesty, I don't think it should have been published. And maybe this is their way of trying to get more guy fans, but that's not the right way to do it. Also, Arzelia was mentioned in this article, and it talks about how she's like an internet personality or whatever it's called, and she makes money off posting pictures on the internet, and that's like her job. And then she has a trust fund, and she was talking to fans last night on Twitter, and she was saying that she never talked to an interviewer, and she never said those words. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm not sure if Luke is telling her to deny things. But honestly, if I was Luke's girlfriend and saw the things that he said, He even talked about how stupid the internet personality is, and how he said that, or that is quoted by him in the, so I just think that's kind of ironic that he said that while his girlfriend has that as a job. And if I was his girlfriend and I read the things he said, I'd be like, I'm out. Like, it's just not acceptable. And so that kind of makes me question how valid the article really is. I just thought that was really interesting, and the fact that she was talking about it, but none of the boys were. This is what I wrote on Twitter. I also wrote a ton of other stuff, so if you want to go see my tweets, my Twitter and other social medias are below. But this is basically what I said last night. Okay, I'm really proud of you guys and all that you have accomplished, but the way you talked about girls in the Rolling Stones article is absolutely disgusting. I'm not sure about the rest of your fans, but I don't think that objectifying women and talking about other things like that should not be shared makes you cool. This article is completely and 100% unacceptable. If these things are true, it is something not to be published. If you think that this kind of behavior makes you more of a big rock star, then you're wrong. And if you think it'll make you sell more albums, then you're also wrong. All I can say is that I'm very disappointed and hurt. Love you, boys. So, yeah, that's basically my overall opinion on it. I think as fans, we shouldn't let this go. That we should keep talking about it and bringing it up until we get some sort of apology or closure, because it's unacceptable. And the fact that they aren't talking about it makes me think that they think that it's acceptable, and it's really not. I feel like, yeah, all rock stars go through that, but it's not something you publish in a magazine, and if it is published, something should be said about it, basically. I am really mad. I went to bed angry and woke up even angrier this morning. I really am I don't really want to be a part of this anymore. As I said before, I don't want to be a part of something that, objectifying women is okay. Like, I don't want to give money to that. I don't want to, spend all my money, which I have. I got front row concert tickets for Christmas, and I'm not as excited about it anymore because I just think it's terrible. I think it's absolutely disgusting, and I've said that so many times, but that's how I feel about it. It's 2015, and I feel like guys should know how to treat girls. Yeah, so that's basically it. 5 sauce if you're watching this. I know you probably aren't, but I hope you take this into consideration. I love you guys, but I'm really disappointed. And I'm also mad at Rolling Stones because they probably tampered with some of this stuff, and it's not okay. So that is what I have to say about this. I went to Hot Topic today, and they're having a 2-for-1 t-shirt sale, and I didn't buy any 5 sauce t-shirts, and there were a lot. So yeah, that's what I have to say. I want to say that women are not objects, and we don't owe you anything. We're not used just for sex. And so, yeah, if you're a girl and you're hurt by this, tell me how you feel in the comments below. Tell me how you feel about this whole situation. Tell me your opinion about it. I really want to hear more outlooks on it, because my opinion is set, basically. I'm not going to change my mind. So thank you guys for watching. I really hope you liked this video. Make sure you go follow my social medias below. Check out my Twitter if you want to see everything I said last night. I love you guys very much, and you're very beautiful and important. And don't let boys ruin your life. Love you, bro.